All right, all right. Let's see. Let's see when we get the audio to come through, and then I know we're good. All right. I'm hearing. I see me now, so I know it's coming through. Let's just make sure the audio is coming through, and it is. Cool. Hey everybody, welcome back to Misfit Corner Scams. This is the Arch Nose Andrew speaking. It's Saturday night and we are live streaming. Yeah, woohoo! All right, let me turn this music down a little bit. I think I had 15. Let's put it down to 10. All right, excellent. Hope everybody is doing well. Avery's here. Let me bring him in. Hey buddy, we're live.
Yeah.
I tried so hard to be on time. I actually this evening we stopped watching the show we were watching at like 7:35, and I said, cool, time to go freshen up, time to get in front of the computer, get everything going and start on time. And then my wife says to me, hey, by the way, I heard water dripping from the AC unit. I'm like, oh. So I had to go and figure out what was going on, and of course the filter had gotten clogged and it was condensating and water was dripping, and I'd put a thing down there on our way out the door for the wedding because it was doing it then, and it had overflown and was, needless to say, it required a wet dry vac, it required towels, it required more time than I was willing to give, which is the reason why I was 4 minutes late. Actually, no, what time is it now? Yeah, 4 minutes late. So thank you all for joining. I'm sorry I'm running late. I am trying so hard to be on time from now on, but life just interferes. You know what I mean? How you doing, man?
I'm all right.
You sound tired.
I'm irritated.
Yeah? Work or just life? All right, that answers it.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, let me check in and see who all's here. Glenn is in the house. Glenn says, American Burial Benefits called me several times this week. I asked them if I was still qualified since I died last week. Then I moaned like a ghost. They didn't like that. I actually had a guy call from a funeral expense scammer, and I said, why would I need this? I'm already dead. And they're like, ha, 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 and then hung up. It's like, I even asked, I got one scammer. I forget what. It was either Medicare, Marketplace, Final Expense Insurance. These are all ones I get all the time. And I actually tried to have a candid conversation with the person. I said, hey, what do I have to do to actually get you all to stop calling me? I mean, really? I mean, not that I want you to stop calling me, but what does a person need to do to get you to stop calling them? And the lady says, I'll just put you on our do not call list. And I said, fat chance that's going to do anything. So, you know, they'll call back. Yeah. Glenn also says, hit the like button. Yes, please hit the like button if you can. BB's in the house, says hello, everyone. Welcome. Pamela's here, says hello, all. Hello, Pamela. I think, Pamela, the Lady P, right? Am I right? She'll let me know. Tim says, good evening, all from the hot Western Kentucky. Oh, man, what a hot day it was today. There was a point in the day where my store got very slow. Nobody was in the store. And I decided to walk outside just to see what the flea market was like. I opened up the door, stepped outside, and it was like walking into a wall of heat. And I was like, oh, this is horrible. I turned around and went right back into my store. I mean, granted, my store, it's a 3-unit sized, and it has a small AC unit in the back for a single room. So it at least has some air flowing in the store. It's not enough to keep the whole thing cool all day long. But after an evening of it I'm not supposed to keep it running during the evening, but I do. If I'm paying for the damn thing, I'm going to keep it running. But when I go in the morning, oh, it just feels so nice. So, Tim, I understand exactly where you're coming from, my friend. Stay inside if you can. Stay AC'd and answer calls from scammers. That's what I would do if I could do it. Manuel's here. Good evening, my friend Drew. Welcome, Manuel. Welcome to the show. Appreciate you being there. Andy's in the house. Says, hey, Drew. Welcome, Andy. Larry's here. Hey, Larry the mechanic says, hey, Drew and chat room. Welcome to the show. BB says, hi to Drew. Welcome. Darlene's in the house. Says, yes, it is. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Welcome. Tim says, right on time. Almost. Compared to last week, I was early. Last week we ran really, really late, but today we're on time. Dave's in the house and says hello to Drew. Manuel says hey to BB. BB says hi to Avery.
Hello.
Dave says hi to Manuel. BB says hi to Manuel. Manuel says hi to Avery. Andy says, Drew, every time you talk to Jake, ask him if he's from State Farm like you had one other day. If I swear, if they call and they give me the name, they tell me their name is Jake, that's it. I'm just going crazy. I'm going crazy on them. I'm going to have a great time with it. BB says, hey, only 4 minutes isn't bad. Thank you. I tried really, really hard. Aaron's in the house. Hey, Aaron says hi to Drew. Hello. Dee Dee's here. Dee Dee says, hey, Drew in chat. Welcome to the show. Manuel says, hey to Dave. BB says, LOL. Manuel says hello to Dee Dee. Sarah's here. Sarah says, sorry I'm late. I was helping my son with something. No problem. No problem. You know what? We can all be a little late, and it's okay. It's okay. I'm waiting for Avery to say, but it's not okay for you to be late. It's okay for everybody to be late from time to time. That's not a problem. Let's see here. Sarah says hi to Avery.
Hello.
Pamela says, no, I am not Lady P. Oh, okay. Well, Lady P last week said her name was Pamela. And I just saw the name and just assumed that Lady P changed her ID. Well, then welcome to the show, Pamela. Sorry. I'm insane. I'm insane. Manuel says hello to Avery and good evening.
Hey.
Let's see. Darlene says, I got about 10 calls from last night to this morning from the FTC. Really? From the FTC? Oh, wow. Okay. Very good. Very good. Glenn says, I'm still having difficulty getting my groceries delivered from the marketplace. I haven't used that one in a while. I am definitely going to. Oh, I did get, Avery, I may have to explain this to you because you don't watch any of my videos. But the last 2 days have been, it's not funny. It's not funny, but it's true. The last 2 days in my day in the life had included the accident helpline, one in which I started to tell the guy a story about how I had an accident in my car waiting in the drive-thru at Taco Bell. And the second one, I started to tell the guy the story, and as soon as I said Taco Bell, he hung up on me. Today, I got an accident insurance call, and I said, well, let me tell you what happened. I was running late, and that's probably the reason for the accident. And he immediately hung up. It's like, oh, you didn't even give me a chance to tell him about Taco Bell. So I don't know. They might be on to me when it comes to that one, but I had such a good time with it. I had such a good time. Ari is here. Says YouTube owes you +1 current viewers since my dog and I are both watching together. Well, that's wonderful. I'm glad. Say hello to the puppy. Hello to the puppy. Pamela says hello to Manuel. Manuel says hello to Sarah. Just Me's here. Says, I've been calling the scammers the wrong names. Lots of clicks. That could be hilarious. Like if a scammer called and says, hi, my name's Mark. And then you say, oh, Mike, it's good to hear from you again. See if they pick up on the fact you're calling them by a different name. But you know what? You'd have to call them by a completely different name. Like if they said, this is Mark, you say, oh, hey, Justin, how's it going? I totally try to throw them off. I'm going to try that next week, see what happens. I'm going to try that and see what happens. Let's see what else is going on here. Ari says, Avery, what is your favorite Super Nintendo game?
I don't have one.
You don't have one?
Mm-mm.
I don't think. Did I ever own a Super Nintendo?
I never did.
Oh, you didn't either? Okay.
No, I owned an Intellivision, an NES, and I didn't own a video game system. I played Friends when I could, but I wasn't able to own a video game system until I was an adult with the PS1.
Okay. See, I never even had a PS1. I had none of those things.
I gave your kids my PS1.
Yeah, I know. They played it for a while. I think my daughter's all-time favorite game was Crazy Taxi.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Just Me says, I also tell them I am representative by Crane, Poole, and Schmidt. My lawyer is Denny Crane, Boston Legal. Oh, okay. That's a good one. Let's see. Manuel says, I'm in the kitchen now. Flood close. Wait, I'm in the kitchen now. Flood close. What does that mean, Manuel? Are you doing laundry? I hope so. And you're not being flooded. That would be horrible if that was happening. Sarah says, Avery tired or not feeling well. He sounds tired to me. So,
Yeah, I'm not feeling too great.
not feeling good either. Damn, man. Well, I appreciate you joining
Well,
anyway. You don't have to stay. I can do this myself.
No, I'm just irritated. I shouldn't be something irritated.
Oh, all right.
It has to do with last night, and I can't get it. It
Take
won't stop
deep.
bugging. It won't stop
Oh,
bugging.
I know exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We're not going to talk about that here, but I kind of agree with you. It was extremely muted. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But all right. Well, I'm going to keep going. Glenn says, are you retired? Being late is a new lifestyle. My wife and I had this conversation just the other day. She's like, for a guy who's retired, you are still busy and running around, and I barely ever see you. And I said, I know, honey. It's just, I'm doing all the same things I used to do, just not getting paid. It's okay. I'm still okay with it.
You're just not getting paid for it.
That's right. Just not getting paid. Sarah says hi to Manuel. Pamela says, very happy to be here. Well, good.
Fantastic.
Sarah says, that accident one was funny as heck. Yes, I'm hoping to get somebody who will let me continue on with it and get the whole story out. Because I was trying to play up the fact that the guy behind me was getting impatient and honking his horn and stuff like that. So I was building it up, but yeah, we're gonna have some fun with it, hopefully. Larry says they always tell me I'm perfectly qualified for the ACA, but then they keep asking me questions like my age. You're perfectly qualified. Now let me get some personal information from you. Exactly. Yeah. Glenn says, I must be getting popular because I signed up for at least 14 final expense plans this week. They still won't approve to me. They still won't approve to have me buried at sea. I don't know. Can you request that nowadays?
There might be a way.
Yeah, I'm sure there's funeral homes that can, do something. I don't think burial at sea is illegal. I mean, there's some things you can't do with a dead body, like you can't bury somebody in your backyard. You can't do that. But burial at sea, that was a long time custom of a lot of cultures. So I think there's probably an option for that somewhere. Maybe. Berth says, good evening, everyone in the chat. Welcome to the show. Sarari says, hello to Manuel. Manuel says, Larry the mechanic, happy Saturday. He says, hiya to Larry. Okay. Lisa Love is here, says, hello, everyone. Welcome to the show.
Excuse me, sorry.
Let's see. BB says, this one scam baiter, if someone called Sam calls, he calls them scam, but they usually don't catch on ever. Laugh out loud. That would be funny because I have gotten some Sams before. Burr says, I love calling them the wrong name. It just pisses them off and to no end. That I'm usually when somebody calls me and they tell me their name, I always try to respond. And like I said, hi, my name's Mark. I say, oh, hey, Mark, how's it going? I kind of respond as if, not that I know them, but that I heard the name, I got it, I understood it. Because sometimes some people mumble to the point where, what the hell did you just say? I kind of repeat it to them to make sure they know I know what they said. But I'm definitely going to have to start screwing with them with that one. That sounds so perfect. Let's see. Burst says, I love calling them the wrong name. It just pisses them off. Yep, I read that. Let's see what else is going on here. Let's see. Tarkorf is here. Tarkorf says, this is Sam. I respond, did you say Pam? As in Pamela? Click. That's funny. You may have to try something like that. Manuel says, yes, I'm doing laundry right now, my friend Drew. Okay, thank you. Flooding the clothes. That's good. That's good. Let's see. Burr says, I got a Medicare scam call this morning. My name was Mary Poppins today. Sometimes those scammers are so slow on the uptake. How long did that call last? I wonder. Mary Poppins. I wonder if they'd even get the reference. You know, because there's some pop culture things that they're just not in tune with, and you can really screw with them on some stuff. I wonder if they would catch Mary Poppins. Sarah says, when are we meeting your family? Oh, they could care less. Please. Actually, okay, so here's a funny
thing. The joke is I don't watch his videos, but I'm like the one person that actually supports him and believes he can make a success of this.
The last time I was at a family gathering and I got a scam call, they all yelled at me, hey, off the phone, get off the phone. It's like, people, this is my job. Leave me alone. But here's a funny story. So I took my mother-in-law to a doctor's appointment on Friday, and she was telling me it's been such a long time since we had chili. We had a family member who used to make chili, and he made really, really good chili. And she's like, I miss his chili. I said, well, I make pretty damn good chili. Says, well, hey, what about, I'll get the ingredients and we'll make a big old pot of chili and then we'll eat it for like the next 3-4 days. And she's like, ooh, that sounds good. I said, how about this? We'll do it on July 4th, Thursday. You know, I've got nothing else going on. The flea market's closed. I'm not working. You know, might as well hang out and have some chili. And I said, why don't I invite the kids? You know, our kids, the nieces and nephews. We'll extend an invitation to the kids. Well, then I felt really guilty. After I sent an invitation to the kids, I went ahead and reached out to my mom and dad and my sister and her stepson and some are able to come, some aren't. So we're going to do a family gathering on Thursday. And I came home and I told my mother-in-law, I said, you remember that little idea of having that little dinner? I kind of expanded it a little bit. And she's like, I said, don't worry. I'll take care of everything. I'll do all the cooking. I'll get the food. I'll get the desserts. I'll get the drinks. I'll get everything we need. Don't worry about it. And I could literally see her starting to hyperventilate. And I'm like, don't worry about it. I said, I only want you to worry about one thing. If you want raw oysters, because usually when we do a family gathering with chili, we have oysters. And me and my son, we sit there and we shuck. I don't eat oysters. I don't touch them, but I will shuck them for the whole entire family. I will gladly do that. I said to her, your only concern for this, if you want oysters, to let me know where to get them, and I will take care of it. And she was like, oh, let me think about it.
That's nice.
She started to describe a place where they used to go to get oysters. I don't think it exists anymore. The particular one that I think she's thinking of no longer exists. I know there's another one close by, but the one she was talking about has been leveled. That building is no longer there. So I told her if she can find out where to get it, I'll take care of it. Not a problem. So
fantastic.
Chili and oysters and the family would be very nice. I've already gotten word. A couple of people like Raphael, he can't come because he's working. He's working that night. So, I mean, I kind of knew some people would be unable to attend. That's why I kind of threw the net out wide, to see who would be able to come. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. My nephew, he can't come. He's got to work. Mike, I think, may have to work. So we're playing that one by ear. So I told her the only people that are guaranteed are me, her, and my wife. And the dog and the 6 cats. Oh, God, the 6 cats. Anybody need a cat? Anybody looking for a cat? I've got a couple extras. I gladly ship them off. Manuel says, I like the video about the accident in the Taco Bell. Yeah, that was funny. Darlene says, I brought an Atari for $50 in the 80s. Then the Super Nintendo. My kids discovered it came with a Mario game. Actually, you know who played the Mario games to no end? His absolute favorite game, believe it or not, was Dr. Mario. The one that was like the Tetris game, was my grandfather, the one that lived next door to me. He absolutely freaking loved playing the Mario games.
Really?
Yes, he had a Nintendo just to play the Mario games.
Wow.
All he did, and he loved them. So, weird, but sorry, guys.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm sitting on my foot, and I tried to shift, and I kind of went totally off camera. But I'm back. Did y'all miss me? BB
Immensely.
Yeah, immensely, yes. BB says, I think if I get another one about the accident, I'll tell them I was on the way to get a holy cow burger and a cow walked out in front of me.
Oh,
They won't find that funny, but it would be funny. Just Me says, I told one accident guy I lost an arm, but still looking for it. That's hilarious. Sarah says, I'm being frozen. Oh, okay. When you die, you're going to be frozen. Not me. I'm going to be burnt to a crisp. Absolutely. Manuel says, I get text messages from someone asking me to work. I delete. Good idea. Good idea. Burst says, I lasted hour and a half. It lasted half an hour. Burst. What is she talking? What are they talking about? I had to go back to the chat, see what. Oh, here it is. I got a Medicare scam call calling this morning, Mary Poppins, and it lasts. Okay, now I understand. Sorry. I get very distracted very quickly. But a half hour, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Glenn says Medicare scammers asked me. My name was not me. I said it was. Asked for my doctor's name, Theodore Giselle, Dr. Seuss. Told him I read most of his journals, Hop on Pop. He called me a mother plucker. Yep, I bet you he did.
that's not nice.
It's not nice, but they do it.
They're baddies.
They are bad people. BB says, tempted to tell them my doctor is Dr. Bombay or the name of the witch doctor from the Addams family. That would be hilarious.
Dr. Bombay. Oh, geez.
Tarkorf says, or whatever, it's legal. Okay. Burr says, you should use that one. You should use that one, BB. Sarah says, I miss my family picnics. We used to go to my parents' house on Sunday night for dinner, and then afterwards we'd play family poker. And I got a Facebook reminder that said 10 years ago you posted this. And what it was, I was posting the Charper family statistics. I was at 5 wins, my dad was at 4, then everybody else was below that. And I'm like, damn, that was 10 years ago. We haven't done that in over 10 years. And I called my mom up and I told her about it. And she was like, they've just gotten to the point where to do Sunday dinner, there's so much work involved in it that they don't want to do it. They were willing to at one point do it like once a month, but nobody could ever agree which was the best weekend of the month to do it. So it really hasn't happened. We just do it for holidays now, but we used to do it every Sunday night. Mm-hmm. Oh man, that was fantastic. And my mother would say, all right, everybody, you got to get out of here. It's time to watch Game of Thrones, or it's time to watch whatever it was HBO's Sunday night drama. And she would say, when the show starts, you all need to get your asses out of this house. And that was always funny. It was always funny. And we had a rule that if you were the first out, you had to bring dessert the next week.
Oh yeah. I remember.
So that was always a rule. First out, unless it was my mother or father. Neither one of them could be held responsible for dessert if they were first out because dinner was at their house.
Sure.
So, yeah. And we even had a thing where everybody chipped in $1. And we got to one point where everybody bought $2. $1 went into the pot to whoever won. So if there was like 8 people playing or 7 people playing, you won $7. But then the second dollar would go into a kitty. And that was for whoever won the most games at the end of the year. And I won it at least twice. I think Ayla won it one year. And I know my brother-in-law, Ray, won it one year. And I think my dad won it one year. But I won it twice. So we used to do that a lot. It was a lot of fun. And the kitty ended up being, like $120, $130, something like that. It was we did find out later that whenever my mom needed extra money, she would swipe it from the kitty and might not replace it. Evil woman. Damn. Love that woman. Burr says, one time I said my doctor's name was Raj Patel. I have no idea why they hung up. That's funny. Manuel says, hey, I like Dr. Raj Patel. That's awesome. Darlene says, so do I, Sarah. Don't see much family anymore. It, trust me, when as family gets older, like my family, the kids, the younger kids, don't get together as much because they have lives now. But the older people just get tired of seeing everybody, so we don't get together that often anymore either. Burr says last year at the family reunion in Tallahassee, we only had 892 come. Holy crap! That's only half my family on my paternal family side. Exactly half. Wow,
That's
that's
a lot.
incredible. That's a huge family. I thought we had a huge family, but that's crazy. Tim says my dad had a wood right leg. When dealing with some people, he would always ask for for a leg. That's good. That's good. Manuel says, Fred, we have tropical storm coming to the Gulf of Mexico. Oh, there's a tropical storm out there. Oh,
Oh,
good.
what's it called?
I guess it's Fred.
Hmm.
Yeah, I really haven't been paying attention. We had one that supposedly came close to us, where we just got bands of rain. We didn't get the extreme weather, and there was a tornado yesterday in Jacksonville, and there's actually video of it flipping over a truck at some point. So we had tornadoes here, but Manuel, if it comes anywhere near close to you, man, take shelter and take care. Okay. Manuel says hi to Tim. BB says that scam beta that I mentioned a while ago also uses Dr. Seuss. Very good. Aaron says Dr. Bombay was a great one from Bewitched. Okay. Manuel says yes, I love it when so much Dr. Seuss. Burr says I like the scam baiting, BB. I listen to a variety of scam baiters so I can learn how to deal with scammers, plus add my own personal touch. Wonderful. Sarah says, my parents used to host a picnics, but my mom had been gone for 10 years and my dad for 5. My dad's birthday would have been Monday. Oh, goodness. Well, Sarah, keep you in our thoughts, but always remember the good times. Always remember the good times. One of the things when we played poker at my parents' house, there were some family table rules that you had to follow. I don't remember them all, but one of them was we were never serious about it, but my mother would love to throw down and say, "I've got 3 pairs." If you guys have ever played poker, you only use 5 cards, and 3 pairs would be 6 cards. She thought 3 pairs was a good hand.
That's cheating.
Yeah. Yeah, she never won that way, but she liked to think she did. Larry says I tried hard to get a CVS blood monitor scammer to hang up. He kept calling her up by the wrong name, trolled her for 8 minutes. She did hang up after I sang to her. See, if I sang to them, they'd hang up probably immediately because I am no who's a good singer. I don't know. I am definitely not anybody that sings well. I can't even think of a single name. My God, I'm no Justin Timberlake. There you go. I knew a name. I got a name. So sad. BB says, wow to births. Manuel says, name is Birtle, tropical storm, maybe next week. Oh, okay, Birtle. So we're only up to the B's? Wait, June's almost over and we're only up to B? Man, that's a very quiet hurricane season. Barrel. What did I say? Burl?
Birtle.
Birtle, yeah.
Barrel. Okay, now that makes sense of a meme I saw. Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I saw a meme where it was the storm map, and on top of the map they had a barrel, which is a baril, which is spelled baril, which is the Polish AK.
Oh, I gotcha. So it was gun related then.
Yes.
All right. Good job. Good job.
Because the baril.
Baril.
Because they named their guns after elements, beryllium.
Really? That's interesting.
Yeah, one of their previous ones was the tantal.
After titanium?
I don't think it's titanium.
Oh, okay.
But
okay, that's kind of cool. Glenn says, saw the truck clip video at the dealership. Yep, crazy. Manuel says, Larry, I hope you watched the video this morning. 2008 Amp 1 says tropical storm barrel. Gotcha. Manuel says, yes, name is Barrel 2008 Amp 1. Yep, we got that confirmed. Glass Bottle says hi. Hello to everybody. Hello, hello. Nigella's here. Hey, Nigella says good evening. Welcome. I love it when I see all these names I recognize from many, many, many a live stream. That's awesome. Burr says, my oldest family member is my great aunt who just turned 109. Holy crap. Her mind is still sharp, and if you don't want to hear the truth about yourself, you don't want to ask her. She ain't the one. Oh, wow. I think if I ever made it, hell, I'd be happy to make it to 60. If I ever made it to 109, nothing but the truth would come out of my mouth. That'd be great. I'd be like, Avery, your art rocks. Why are you not making millions of dollars?
I know, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Todd saw that commission. It was just like, oh, great. And I got like a character shot with no background. I'm like, pay me what you paid.
Dude, that image looked fantastic. I didn't know what it was. I just saw you shared it. I didn't know that it was a commission. I just thought it was you doing something for somebody's comic or something.
Yeah.
But no, that was awesome. That was an incredibly awesome piece of art.
Thank you.
Manuel says hi to Glass Bottle. Just Me says, did you see Kit Boga's maze of phone puzzles for redeeming Bitcoin? That was funny. Oh boy, no, I haven't seen that. I'll have to check it out. Sarah says, we lost power the other day, and it was a mini tornado. We lost power for 18 hours. Ooh. We lost power yesterday. No, yesterday was Friday. Yeah, we lost power on Friday, but it was, we left the house to go to my mother-in-law's doctor's appointment. My wife texted me, the power's out. I got a text from JEA letting us know that the power was out and that they were working on it. We literally walked in the door and the power came back on. So I was like, didn't interrupt me at all. My wife wasn't happy, but it didn't interrupt my day at all. So,
and that's all that matters.
That's right. Manuel says hi to Nigella. Glenn says, me sing with my choir, learning new Xmas songs now. Well, then fantastic. Are there new Christmas songs out there? Choir. I know what it says. Chorus. My chorus. Did I say choir?
You said chorite or something. You
said something. Whatever I said, it was wrong. Yeah, I know.
You said something that wasn't even a word to start with.
I don't know what to tell you. Are there new Christmas songs out there? I know every now and then there's a new country Christmas song. I mean, last year it was, who was it? It was the one by the two people that are on The Voice. Glenn Stefani and what's his name did a Christmas song. My sister and her husband were all over it. They loved it. But I'm assuming there've got to be new Christmas songs coming out. So they still make them. So Manuel says Mexico got hit by Alberto last weekend. Oh, okay. So there's your A storm. Just Me says, Sarah, we lost power when a light plane crashed on our street a couple of weeks ago. Holy crap, on your street? That's crazy. Tim says, look up name meanings for Wolfram Alpha. Great database, helps when naming a child. Oh, okay. Tarkor says, when I get a reluctant hang-up, I use my other number to call the cell phone, merge the calls, make nasty feedback type squeals. They don't seem to want to listen. My only problem with doing that is a lot of the numbers that call me are spoof numbers. So if you call it back, you're not going to get that person. You're going to get whoever the number actually belongs to. So I don't normally call numbers back. Very rarely do I even try. But because I've had that experience where I've talked to people and I'm like, oh, so sorry, your number got spoofed. Talk to you later. Bye. It's just, yeah. Manuel says, I like Avery's new picture on YouTube. Awesome. Did you put it on YouTube?
I don't.
You shared it on the stream last night, so
I shared it.
Did you share it on? Okay.
I shared it on. I shared it on the stream. That's the only.
Well, then he probably saw it.
Okay, cool. If that's what you're talking about, yeah. Thank you.
Burst says, last Monday I got a scam call and I asked where his company was located. When he said Florida, I asked him what the capital was and he had no idea. I asked him how far he was from me, a half hour. I live in Missouri. Or is that Missouri or Montana? Mississippi is MS. Missouri is MI, I think. So MO is probably, is that Montana? Jeez Louise, I have no idea. I failed geography too. Nigella says, Kit Bogo, my next watch. Excellent, excellent. Manuel says, I watch Kit Boga. Awesome. BB says, yes, there's a Bitcoin maze is hysterical. The scammers are too stupid to know they should quit trying. They have blinders on about getting that money. Some of them do. Darlene says, we had a tornado about 15 miles from us. Oh boy, that's a scary thing. Sarah says, oh wow, just me. That is scary. My wife and I saw the trailer for Twisters, which is the new sequel to Twister. It's Twisters. Well, at the end of it, they said, see it in IMAX. And I turned to the wife and said, nope, not going to do it. I'll see it on the big screen. Absolutely. But I am not going to see a movie like that on IMAX. I think that'd be a little too much. Little too much. Glenn says, you getting old too? Starting to talk like Joe Biden? Oh, no, I'm not that bad. Dude, that's an insult, Glenn. That's huge. That hurts.
That's spite.
Do I make funny faces like he does?
Well,
no, just kidding.
I can't tell the difference between that and your regular face.
You're so silly. So silly.
I'm funny. I'm hysterical.
Manuel says, Glenn, awesome. I like talk like Joe Biden. Oh boy. Manuel says, you're very welcome, Avery, my friend. Burst says, it's Missouri. Okay, all right. It looked familiar, but I couldn't be sure. I never lived there. I've just been there. BB says, no, I think MO is Missouri. Okay, so that's what I thought it was. MI is Michigan. Okay, what's Montana? Is Montana MN?
I think you're just making places up. Montana.
Tarkor says, I don't call the number back. I merged with the existing conference call. Okay, I gotcha. Glass Bottle says, scammers block you when they use spoof numbers, but when you use another phone, it leads to the real person. Yeah, see, that's not always a good thing. Kansas City specifically, I just know it's how we managed to get me that quickly. Okay. Yeah, did you know there's a Kansas City, Kansas, and a Kansas City, Missouri?
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, isn't that one of those cities where it's half the cities in one state and half the cities in another, or is it just two cities? Because there is a city that's like that.
Yeah, I know, but I don't think it's Kansas City.
Okay. I don't know where it is. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Darlene says, I got a conference call on my cell phone. It only showed a Gmail email address showing. Obviously declined it. A new scam? Ooh, could be. Montana is MT. Okay. So not MO, not MN, not MT. Wow. Definitely another state I've never been to. So, I skipped one. BB says, Biden says we need more side moffers. There's a lot of stuff he said that I have no idea what he said. Neither does he. Glenn says, we had too many states that begin with M. That is true. Aaron says, MN is Minnesota. Okay, damn.
Damn.
You know, I remember the song where you did the 50 states in alphabetical order. I remember the song, but we never did the abbreviations. There should be a song for the abbreviations. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Florida, Georgia, Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana. You probably remember the song. We sang it in elementary school.
If you say so.
Tim says Texarkana. You guys are just throwing out names just to try to see if have me screw them up, you know. Andrew says hello to Aaron.
They're really going to screw with you and put in Arkansas.
I can say Arkansas.
But it looks like Arkansas.
It does. Andy says yes, Texarkana. Burr says yes, half the city is in Kansas and half in Missouri.
Okay, so
they're not two separate. They're not two separate. Okay, no, there is a Kansas City, Kansas, and a Kansas City, Missouri. The city that's half in Kansas and half in Missouri is Texarkana. I understand now. I've never been there, but I understand now. Glenn says there's a town on the border of Colorado and Kansas called Cansarado. Okay. Burr says, I'm 6 minutes from the border. BB says, sorry, I didn't remember that song. No, I remember that one. Darlene says, we learned those in 7th grade. Yep. Andy says, no, Drew, it's half Texas and half Arkansas. Texarkana. Half Texas, half Arkansas. Okay, never mind. I'm already lost. And Aaron says hi to Manuel. So I want to tell you guys a story. Avery will openly admit this is true. Avery has always said that I'm partially on the spectrum. And
Yes.
to what level, I do not know. But one of the things I don't do well is talking to people. And unless, and I found this through the years, if I'm comfortable where I'm at, I can talk to anybody. Like when I'm in my store, I can talk to every single person that walks in the door. I have no problem having a conversation with anybody. I am perfectly fine with that. But if I'm out in the real world, I don't want to talk to anybody. And this morning, I had an issue where I went to Whataburger for breakfast, which is one of my normal haunts that I go to. And I'm comfortable there with the people that work there. A lot of them know me by name. They know who I am. The owner knows me. She says hi to me, asks me how everything's going, asks me about the wedding, and asks me about the retirement. They know me, and so I'm cool. I could talk to them, no problem. I walked into the store this morning, and there was a guy standing there, like he had already ordered. He had a cup, so he was drinking, and he was standing to the side, like looked like he was waiting on his order. Well, there was a person in front of me, and when they got done with their order, they went to go get their drink, and then he started talking to them about something. And this wave of dread came over my entire body. Please God, don't talk to me. Don't say anything to me, because I don't know what I'm going to do. There's a part of me that just would turn to somebody like that and say, please don't talk to me. Please just don't interact with. I don't want to interact with you. I don't want, and I'm scared that they're going to say something to me and I'm going to react that way. Leave me alone, please. Don't talk. I don't want to have anything to do with you. Just leave me alone. Luckily for me, no eye contact. I stayed away from him. I went around him. He started talking to the people that sat at 2 tables over from me about something stupid. I don't know why he was there. I don't know if he was an employee or what, but he was just having general chats with people. And I'm like, no freaking way. Don't talk to me. I don't want to have a conversation with you. And I literally sat there waiting for my order in dread that he was going to talk to me, to the point where my food came and I grabbed it all, and I would usually sit and eat it. I grabbed it all and I left. I got the hell out of there because I was afraid the guy was going to have a conversation with me or try to have a conversation with me.
Don't talk to me.
Oh, please don't talk to me. Yeah, I think Todd had a T-shirt when we went to Heroes Con the first day that said introvert, but I'm willing to talk about comics. That is very much like me. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to have a conversation with you if I don't know you and I'm comfortable where I'm at. Please nothing. Don't say anything to me. Please don't. Well, this afternoon, when I was on my way home, I stopped off at Panera's to pick up the wife and mother-in-law their favorite things from Panera's. And after I make the order, I walk down to the Starbucks, which is at the end of the strip, and I turn around, come back and get my order and leave. Well, I start to walk to the Starbucks, and there's a guy walking towards me. And there's very little walk space. And I move all the way over to, like, I'm straddling the curb in order to get out of his way. And he literally walks right into me and bumps into me. I mean, I literally got out of his way to give him room, and he walked into me. And he said, "Oh, sorry, man." And I immediately checked my pockets, make sure I got my wallet, my keys, my money. That it's that type of situation. And all I can think to myself is, and I go and I get the Starbucks and I come back, and he's sitting outside of Panera's. And it dawns on me that obviously he's probably a homeless guy, because there's a lot of homeless people that sit out there, and he said something to me, but there was so much dread in my head, because if he said something to me and talked to me or tried to talk to me, there was a chance I was going to freak out. And I just kept my head down and I walked as fast as I could past him. He did say something, but I don't know if he was talking to the other guy 2 tables over, if he was trying to talk to me. I just kept going and kept my head down, went inside, picked up my order. And when I went out, I literally almost ran to my car just so I could avoid having this man say anything to me. I just did not want to be, I did not want a conversation to even begin. And I'm sitting in the car, and I get back in the car and I lock the door, and I'm almost hyperventilating.
Yeah, you're almost
because of the worry that the person was going to say something to me. And I'm like, oh, and there's a part of me that goes, God damn, Avery's right. The whole point of those stories is just to sell Avery that he's probably 100% right. There is some level of
you got a touch of the tism.
Yeah. But
you're a little bit on the spectrum.
Did I tell you the story about the guy at the Chinese restaurant that one day?
I'm not sure, man.
All right, I'll tell the story again because it's not one of my shiningest moments. I go to the Chinese restaurant on Saturdays. This is where I went today to pick up my meal. I pick up my meal from Chinese. I go and I get Panera and coffee for them, and everybody Saturday night is happy. And I'm sitting in the restaurant waiting for them to bring out my food, and this guy walks in. And he's one of these type of homeless-looking dudes that wants to have a conversation with everybody. And he kind of said something to me, and I kind of just tilted my head like, yeah, okay, I acknowledge you, but that's it. That's as far as I want to go. And he went up to the register, and he starts asking the girl, hey, can I get a sample of this? And they're like, we don't give out samples. He says, just one sample. And she's like, no, we don't give out samples. And at this point, I'm like, I need to get out of here. I need to get out of here as quickly as possible, right? Well, then my food came, and I guess the guy decided since he wasn't going to get a free sample, he was going to leave. So he starts heading to the door the same time I go to the door. I open the door and go out, and I hold it open so that he could get out. And he asked me about my back brace. He says, hey, man, what happened to your back? And all I'm thinking to myself is, mother effer, do not talk to me. And I just keep walking, and I start heading toward my car. And he's got a bicycle. This is the kind of homeless probable person that is, got a bicycle. And he starts cussing at me. Mother rubber. I'm like, and I snapped. I turned around and said, what did you say? And he said something. And I said, well, it's none of your effing business, mother. Right? And he's like, and I'm like, dude, you're on a bike. I'm on a car. I will run your ass over.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Please.
I would have encouraged you to do it.
And by the time I got to my car, he was gone. But that's the kind of that goes through my mind when somebody tries to talk to me. Yeah. And I've said this many, many, many times. I love self-checkout. I love going to Walmart in the morning, getting what I need, and leaving without having to say hello or goodbye to anybody. I say goodbye to the greeter, and that's it. I don't have to talk to anybody else. I love that. When I go to Panera or I go to any place that has a kiosk, McDonald's, a kiosk, I always use the kiosk so I don't have to talk to anybody. But I'll tell you what, my store and on this live stream, I have no problem talking to you guys. I'm very comfortable here. No. I have absolutely no problem. But when I'm out in public, it's an overwhelming
existential dread.
Oh, absolutely. You know that they say you get a shiver down your spine?
Uh-huh.
Walk up to me and talk to me. I will, out in public. Now, if you're in my store, I have no problem whatsoever talking to anybody in my store. No problem whatsoever. I've even had to, in all the years that I've been there, I've only one time had to tell somebody to please leave. You know, because I don't have a problem talking with anybody. But if you're going to be annoying and you can get the hell out. But I've only ever had to do that one time. But, So, bottom line to all these stories is Avery is absolutely 100% correct. Does that make you feel good?
Well,
make you feel good?
Well, it's usually hard to get you to admit that.
Yeah, I know.
Because I'm right so much. It's like I can hear the frustration in your voice sometimes when you have to admit it. You're like, oh, dear God, that asshole's right again.
He's right again, God dang it. Yeah, but you've only known me, 30 plus years? So, I mean,
yeah.
You know, it rubs. I swear to God, if you ask my wife about all this, she would tell you the exact same thing. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, oh yeah, he's
Yeah. Like you're at least like high functioning Asperger's or something.
I don't know about that, but
No, that's a mild form of autism.
yeah. Well, it. In other words, I'm perfect for scam baiting. I'm perfect for doing that, and I'm perfect for when trolls leave comments. I had a troll, Avery, that left a comment on my channel that told me I was a grown man and to effing act like it. And
Mm-hmm.
all I could say was, "Oh my gosh, that's the nicest comment everybody's ever made to me. Nobody's ever referred to me as a grown person ever."
I'm a big kid now.
Anyway, sorry guys. Today was a day of frustration, only because people wanted to talk to me. Is that not insane? That's a level of the, as Avery calls it, the tism, that
Yeah.
it's. I need to ask my mother if I was ever tested or diagnosed with any of that stuff, but it definitely feels like I should have been. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Hold on a second. I'm gonna quickly scroll up, see all the conversations that were going on. There's a lot of talk about the crossing the state, crossing the border thing. Um, let's see here. I'm going to try to get back to where we were. Burr says they're 6 minutes from the border. Oh, wait a minute. Glenn says there's a town on the border. Okay, called the border of Colorado and Kansas called Kansas Tornado. I think I already did read that one. BB says, sorry, I don't remember the song. Okay, yeah. Okay, I think we're getting close to where I was. Sorry, guys. I should have starred one of the comments so I knew to go back to it. Glenn says, instead of walk like an Egyptian, it's talk like a Biden. There is a video. There's a video on YouTube. I'm not sure if it's Weird Al Yankovic who put out the video. I don't know if it's his channel or not, but it was one where he's pretending to be the moderator for the debate. It's freaking hilarious. It's hilarious. Just look up Weird Al Yankovic and debate, and it's a song, and they kind of put Trump and Biden's responses kind of to music. They're saying what they're saying, but they're saying it to the beats of the music, and it's very hilarious. It's very funny, mainly because they kept saying the same things over and over again, and he's making fun of the fact that this seems like we've done this before. 4 years ago we already do this. We're doing it again, yay! And it's just funny. Sarah says, I don't know that song. Okay, she's talking about the states. Burr says, I grew up in Colorado, and the school district I went to, we learned exactly what a mile was in the first grade because Denver is a mile high city. I don't know how that helps, being elevated a mile, understanding what maybe. BB says, "Aw, Drew, hugs." Oh yeah, no, I can't stand. No, don't. We're not going to do that. I don't like. I don't. This is probably a tism thing too. I don't particularly like to be touched. I mean, I like it when my wife touches me. I have no problem with that. But when I was at work one day, my old job, one of my coworkers came behind me and grabbed my shoulders like they wanted to massage me, and I'm like, oh, they were like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, I just couldn't handle it. Just could not handle it.
No, yeah. It freaks me out when people I don't know or trust extremely well touch me at all.
Well, this was a coworker who I've known for years. It's just we've never done that before, and I don't like. I mean, I'll shake somebody's hand or I'll fist bump them. Even I'll give my kids a hug, but otherwise, nope. That's okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, BB. I appreciate it. Virtual hugs would work just fine.
Yeah. There's lots of people. I'm like, don't touch me. Do not touch me.
Glenn says you just need to learn how to sign I'm deaf. That is good. I have to look into that. That could be good. Sarah says, you talk to us, Drew. That's right. Well, that's because I'm comfortable with you guys. I have no problem talking with you guys. I'm perfectly comfortable in you know, if I'm in a room and I know everybody, I have no problem being a jackass and talk, you know. But if I'm in a room with people I do not know, I'm not saying nothing. I am very, very antisocial, don't want to talk, don't know what to say type of thing. Hitomi says, hello, Drew and everyone. Welcome, welcome. He says, so glad I was able to be here. Well, thank you for coming. And then you get to hear my life story. So, oh well. Manuel says, hello to Hitomi. Hitomi, I believe is it. BB says, my son is a high functioning Asperger. He doesn't really like to have conversations too much either, unless it's with me or family or coworkers. See, I can have conversations, but I have got to be comfortable where I'm at. It can't be just like walking down the street. I'm not going to have a conversation with somebody just walking down the street. It's not going to happen, you know? And if it does happen, my mind is racing with how do I get out of this situation, you know?
Yeah, it sounds like you could be mild.
Hitomi says hi to Manuel. Well, yeah. Darlene says, "Well, you can't see us." No, I can't see you, but in my head there's a conversation going on between you guys and me. I hear the conversation. I'm responding to it. So, it's not like I'm in a. It's not like I'm reading a book. You know, there's actually people there. I in my mind, I know there's people there, and some of you, I have an idea of what you look like, and you are a damn good looking audience. I just have to say that you all are like you perfect. I love you all. You're fantastic.
You're beautiful.
I one time told Avery a theory that I had about how everybody I see, none of them have stories until I make up a story for them. Like if I meet somebody on the street or I see somebody like pumping gas, in my mind, I have an idea of who they are and what their story is. And prior to that, they do not have it. And he told me I was a high functioning psychopath.
That is a little bit sociopathic.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. It's
but
in my mind,
being
nobody.
Being autistic could explain that too, because sometimes people who are autistic, and it varies.
Yeah, yeah.
But sometimes they have a hard time with empathy and
I don't have
understanding.
I don't have a hard time with empathy. I can be empathic. Yeah, but
No, if you felt empathy, you would understand that was a person with their own life and their own story.
Not until I acknowledge it. Not until in my mind it's there.
See, that
is the way I think of it.
See, that's a little.
People are just moving around me, and until I give them their purpose, they're not important. They're not.
See, that's psychopath. That is a little psychopathic.
Got to go invest in body bags then. I mean, that's the only thing I can do at this point.
Well, not all psychopaths or sociopaths are killers.
I think there's a lot more psychopaths out there than we think, than we know.
Sociopaths, definitely.
Yeah.
Psychopaths, I don't know.
Yeah.
But most politicians are sociopaths.
Narcissist, sociopath. I don't think I'm a narcissist though.
No, there's a lot of
Yeah.
Sociopaths, borderline personality disorder, narcissistic personality disorder, histrionic personality disorder, all have a lot of overlap.
Yeah, yeah. It's probably those things are all a lot more common than we think.
Unfortunately, I agree.
Yeah. Yeah, I just recognize it in myself. That
they're supposedly only like 2% of the population, but sometimes I think it's higher than that.
Yeah, well, 2% that have been actually diagnosed, maybe. So
or speculated.
Yeah.
Too.
BB says going to have to learn going to have to leave in a few. Going to watch something with my son. Okay, excellent, BB. If you're still here, great. If not, we'll see you next time. Take care. Sarah says, my son is a high-functioning autistic with Asperger's. We went to a movie a couple of weeks ago, and he wanted to sit further back from the noise. He was always not a fan of noise since he was a baby. See, that I don't have an issue with that. Like when my wife and I go see a movie, we sit like right in the front handicap row, because usually she has her chair, and we sit in there, and I have no problem with it whatsoever. But I know people in my family that have an issue. My nieces have an issue with loud noises and loud crowds, and yeah, it's never been a problem. So such a weird, things that bother me and things that don't, type of thing.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
like gross stuff doesn't bother me. Like this morning when I got up, one of the cats had thrown up. I was like, okay, just clean it up. That doesn't bother me at all.
yeah.
Doesn't affect me at all. Nothing. Even if it's sticky and nasty and smelly, whatever. I clean it up and move on with
Like
my day. So
like what's his name? Elon Musk. He has Asperger's,
yeah.
but
Well,
he's very high functioning. Like,
I just wish it would motivate me more to get stuff done. I don't have that part of it. I don't have the completist aspect of it where they can't stop until they finish something.
oh,
You know.
it's not a set thing. Like
Well,
it's a spectrum. Some people don't have certain problems from it.
yeah.
Some people are non-communicative. Like they don't communicate. They don't talk.
Yeah. No, I can talk. Y'all know me. I can talk. Burst says, BB, one of my grandson is also high functioning Asperger's, and he gets very upset if you try to engage with him, and he doesn't want to. To him, loved ones, we let him approach us at his pace. Always a good thing. Very good thing.
Yeah.
BB says, have a great week, everyone. Okay, BB's gone. Okay, hope she has a wonderful week. Burst says, you too. BB says, yay, Burst. Yeah, Burst. He's a lot better than he used to be, though. Okay. Manuel says, ha ha ha, my friend Drew. I think I like to talk to people. Yeah, I think Manuel's a very outgoing person. I definitely can see that. In my mind, that is absolutely a truthism. He's definitely an outgoing person. Sarah says, my husband hates self-checkouts. He says the employees lose their job by having those. When we were on our cruise, we had dinner with when we went to the dinners, the two gay guys that we sat with, one of them was a very adamant union guy, and when the subject came up of self-checkouts, he was like, I would burn every single one of those down if I could, type of thing. Like very anti self-checkout because it's anti-employee. But in my mind, it's the most wonderful thing ever invented. In my mind, it's the great it's a bigger leap forward than the automobile, the airplane, even the space shuttle. To me, self-checkout is like mana. I love it. But that's just me. Hitomi says, you two have a great weekend. To BB. BB says, okay, take care, everyone. Catch y'all next Saturday. Sorry if I made it uncomfortable. Yeah, virtual. No problem. You guys are fantastic. I would not do this every single week if I did not have fun doing it and enjoyed doing it. And I love the fact that there's so many of you that come, you talk, you communicate, you share stories, you share scam stories, and you do it every week. I love it. I mean, I tell my wife, I have 30, 40 friends out there that I talk to every week, and I've never met a single one of them. Hell, I don't think Avery would even. Would you acknowledge the fact that you know me, that you've met me, and if we've met in person? See, he's thinking about it. That's how I know he's an asshole.
Yeah.
It's all right. Darlene says, my youngest son is autistic. He will talk to anyone. He loves to talk to every cashier about college. I try to tell him they don't need to know everything about him. I do know people like that. I absolutely do. Rachel's here. Hey, Rachel, how's it going? Says hello. Welcome to the show. Hitomi says, BB, enjoy. Manuel says hello to Rachel. Glenn says, I now have a new doctor's name to give the scammers, Dr. Avery. Fantastic. Brian says, I'm retired. I like doing my own things. Everyone thinks I'm weird for not wanting to go mingle and be sociable. The wife and I, we've never been party people, go to parties. We have, but it's not our thing. No, family gatherings, maybe office gatherings like around Christmas time, perfectly fine. But we are not go out and have. We've always had so much better time, just the two of us together, going out to dinner, going to a movie, going to do something, than mingling with people. Yeah, we've done it. but it's not our favorite thing. Now we do have people we like to hang out with. Like we have another couple that had 2 kids, and we would hang out with them. We actually went on a cruise with them one year. It's been many years since we did that, but we enjoyed that thoroughly. But when it comes to, hey, what is your idea of a fun night out? Going to dinner and a movie with my wife. That's it. That's all I need. I don't need anything else. The rest of the world just fades away. Manuel says hello to Brian. Rachel says you're awesome, Drew. Why, thank you. Thank you so much. Manuel says I'm outgoing personally awesome. Yes, I bet you are. I know you are. Tim says I'm glad to meet you in your store. Oh, well, yes. Well, see, Tim, you met me in my store. You know, I can talk to anybody. I have no problem with that. I'm very comfortable there. But had I met you outside the store walking down the street, I probably would have been freaking out inside. Aaron says, Drew, what state are you in? Florida. Absolutely. Jacksonville, Florida, home of the Jaguars. Woo! Duval. That's the county we live in. For some reason, that became a chant for the Jacksonville Jaguars was Duval. Like, okay, sure. Hitomi says, if ever you could come here in Japan with your wife, I could be your tour guide. Oh, that'd be awesome. But I have no desire to go outside of the country. Not a big fan. Even when we've taken cruise lately and gone down to the Bahamas or whatever, we stay on the boat. I'm not a big go out. I'm not. There are places I would like to go. Part of me would really like to visit Australia, and I'd have to look up Pez. But if it never ever happened, I would not be on my deathbed going, "Oh, I never went to Australia." Nope, it would not. That's like skydiving. I have no desire to skydive ever. You know, there's things that people say I want to do before I die. Nope.
There's things I don't want to get caught doing dead.
Yeah, exactly. Tim says good night all. Aaron says smiley face or thumbs up. Manuel says good night, Tim. Hitomi says okay. But if I ever go to Japan, I will definitely look you up. Sarah says, hey, Avery, how do you know all about these disorders? He's probably got a lot. Definitely in his family, don't you?
I've just met people with.
Yeah, he's gone out and actually met people. Where me, I talk to him on the internet and on my phone.
When it comes to psychopaths and sociopaths, I've had to deal with those type of people.
You've met a couple. Oh yeah, I know.
And once you're really on their radar, it's you've got someone that's going to stop.
Have you ever known somebody and you said to yourself, there's something a little off about that person?
Yeah.
That's usually it for me. Yeah. But for Avery's like, I know exactly what's wrong with that guy. I know exactly what's happening here. Where me, I just don't. I'm not. Yeah. For an artist, I am the most ill-observant person you know. I don't pay attention to a lot of stuff that goes on around me and things. I just don't. And it's just sad. Anyway, we gone an hour. Guys, I hope you had a good time. I hope you please take pity on me and the world I live in outside of these walls. Inside these walls with you, I'm safe, I'm secure, I'm happy. Outside those walls, it's a very scary place. Thank God the scammers call me and don't actually come to my home, because then I would probably freak out. But anyway, as I always say, if you guys get calls like the ones I get, either hang up on them or screw with them like I do. And if you do screw with them, try to record it and share it with everybody. Because you know the golden rule, screw and share. That's right. Hope you all have a fantastic week. Please, everybody out there, have a safe 4th of July. It's this Thursday. Please be safe. Don't, I was joking with my mother-in-law when she asked if we were going to buy any fireworks. I told her the most she could have is a sparkler. That's it. That's all you're getting.
Come on.
There's a better chance she's not going to burn down the house with a sparkler than with fireworks. And she kind of agreed with me. But everybody out there, I hope you all have a happy 4th of July. Everybody stay safe, and we will see you next Saturday. We'll do this again. Hopefully, we'll have even more stories of how mentally deranged I am. If it doesn't show on my scam calls, it's all there for everybody to see. All right, everybody, take it easy. Have a great one, and we'll see y'all next time.